We can take you back to our camp. I mean, you look a bit more worse than wear.
Worse for
wear.
I guess I could have used a little bit of a rest, I suppose. It's not far, is it?
Our camp? No.
Oh no, it's
no, the camp's literally behind us.
It's just past those doors.
Right? She just
Come, go ahead.
tries to gather her armor, and as she tries to put it back on, it like kind of just hurts a little, but she's like,
Yeah, it's a little pokey, you're a little tender still. But you're a tough girl. You rock it up.
Goyle.
So the five of you approach the doors, and then in comes a second male arcane elf. He has brown hair and with a little bit of purple in it. He's broad-shouldered, and he has like 2 fish on sticks, and it has like one like halfway eating. He's just like gulps it. That's a surprise. And he sort of like leans back, and you see him look back at what you assume is the camp, and he comes back and it's just like he looks over at Kenny and then looks at all of you, and he's like, I don't know if we should just rip the bandage off, or if we should slowly introduce this idea.
I'm okay with ripping the bandage on.
Yeah, I just don't like he has my legs anyway, so let's go.
Yeah.
Ciara has half a mind to make a little bit of a smart remark about the rip off the band-aid and making a joke out of it, but she holds off on it because she's not sure if her dad is quite ready yet.
So you guys come to the campfire. Ciara's kind of at the back, and Kenny's like, let me do it. I've known him longer. And Narci's just like, okay, after you, dude. So you see Kenny like go over there, and Farius is just deep in the books as usual. He kind of scoots over and sits down. So, Farius, buddy, what did you want? What did you do? We kind of found someone.
And he's like, we have a drow.
But not,
you'll part.
but not like a bad drow. We found a good one.
A half-dead one. So we need to take care of her. Yeah.
So she's half dead. Not like an undead or like a zombie, but like.
I think he understands.
Yeah, you see him like just. He usually squints at you, but like his eyes just keep getting smaller. And like after a minute, he just like, you know, pinches the like brow of the nose bridge, and it's just like, I'm sorry, didn't we just bury someone because of drow?
Well, I mean, she almost had to be buried because of drow, presumably, it sounds like.
I mean, we.
Take a short nap, and everyone decides to say hello.
I mean, we can't just leave someone to die again.
And you see Kenny like making this face. Fine. It's your
I won't
funeral.
ask for much. The manger will do.
So he sort of comes over to you, and this is Farius. He's smaller than the other two, like more of a slight build. With your sort of background, you'd know that he's probably built for like speed and archery. And he has black hair that has buzz cut on the sides are buzz cut, but they're actually kind of growing out because he hasn't been able to groom it recently. But sort of like examines you like with a really critical eye, and then notices the bite marks on your armor, and he says, "Did you come from the south? We didn't encounter anything with that kind of teeth yet. Those kinds of teeth."
And I was right. Out of character. I am, right?
Yes. You came from the south, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, came from the south. Tried to find myself a dog. Obviously didn't work out. Bought me a chew toy rather than let me find one.
Let's see if we...
No, seriousness, yes. Put the humor away for a second.
Wait, you found yourself in the abyssal road to find a dog?
Wait, there's dogs here?
Was a joke, obviously full smart.
You should be careful about mentioning animals. We'll get very excited.
Yeah,
we do.
Ah, right.
I mean,
let's see.
if you want, I
What kind of animal was it? What's Ellie doing?
Oh, no, Ellie just uses wild shape and then turns into a white dog.
Luna turns into a dire wolf as if she needs to one up her or something.
What's between the two of them? We can make a contest of those. What do you think of birds?
Narte turns into a peacock.
Ooh. Like, and if it's full colored blues and everything, right?
It's purple, but yeah, it's full colored.
Yeah, no, she's immediately enamored by antique colors, so she's
Oh. He's into the attention. Just for the sake of attention. He's kind of an attention whore.
Yeah, and I just kind of like, as dogs do, just kind of curl into like a ball just by the fire.
Well,
Can I sniff her and see if I can sniff a type of animal in her?
sure.
Okay.
what fit me in the dark?
Here. What sort of check would that be?
Nature. Yeah, pick nature.
No one what fit me?
Yeah. You would have known. I mean, it's. You would have known it was like a giant crocodile. 'Cause they live around here.
Thought it was a rock. It was a log full of teeth.
Gotcha. Well, she doesn't say that because he's a wolf, so she's not just like a huff.
Well, be careful when you're walking across anything. Could be rocks. Could be rocks.
Oops.
Some of them are just full of teeth. And shoot.
So Kenny stands up and says, "Well, do we want to press on? We should probably get moving. Do you guys want to take this river down? We can hop on the raft and go down the river. But if you guys want to go on foot, we'll have to backtrack."
Alright, Luna turns back. Alright, let's take a river.
Yeah.
Rivers usually lead to larger bodies of water, which means it's gonna get us out of here.
Yeah, I revert back, and Ciara, are you willing to travel with us? We're planning on going towards the archaic empire. Is that far enough for you? I mean, what are you looking for?
She's like, a way out, I suppose. Not unlike you, hope. So, if you don't mind me adding on to the, I promise I won't be trouble. I figure I have to thank you for all the good you've done me and my time in you. So, if you don't mind me repaying the favor, I don't mind following along. Provided you don't mind. She does take a look at the dubious squinty one.
This
Like he stopped. He's like he's already. He knows he lost this battle, so he's like packing up his stuff at this point. All right. Okay. So.
And she, again, like, looks around, she's like, also, again, thank you. I do appreciate it. All jokes aside.
No worries. Just as long as you're safe, you know?
Of course.
You have something to eat? Maybe we can find something for you to eat?
Yeah. Something I forgot to notice was that there were like carved reliefs, like art reliefs, in the big room that Ciara was in. So if you guys want to look at that, you can. Other than that, you guys can start hopping on the raft and start going.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get on a raft.
Would I have known what's on it?
You mean the pictures?
Make a history. If you really want to, you can make a history check at disadvantage.
Can I make a retroactive perception check?
Sure.
Nope.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Cool. I got a 19, and I guess my history is off of my intelligence, right?
You got a 19 with disadvantage?
No, I rolled a 19. I don't know what my disadvantage is.
So roll again.
Roll
Roll twice and take the lower one.
Twice and take the lower one.
Oh, okay.
You tired.
Aha! 5!
Okay.
There you go.
You know that it was dwarven history, and that's it.
Rocks. Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I was too focusing on healing.
Yeah, you guys were focused on what was at hand. So,
Alright, we're on the boat.
okay.
It's probably the most quietest, awkward boat ride.
Okay, so you guys all climb onto the boat raft. It was kind of strung together with whatever the timber they could find in an underground cave. And as soon as Ciara steps on, the raft kind of lurches a little bit, and then she comes to the center.
Then it's like, how about we move you to the middle?
You can also just tether me to it and drag me behind.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Is it possible?
Kenny turns into a dog, so that's less weight.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Would it work if we had Ellie and Luna change shape for a short while? We're out of wild shape right now until the end of the next short rest.
I can like flash if that'll do anything. Promise I won't rock the
Yeah, I
boat.
think if...
That probably would help, actually.
I don't think Narte actually changed back.
Yeah, I think if just Ciara just stays in the middle of the raft, it would be
You need
fine,
to rest anyway,
right?
so if you come in, you can lay down and you can rest.
She seems dubious of it, but like it seems like she wants to say something about it, but she just decides,
Let's go with it.
yeah, roll with it. Like her, like she's like,
I was gonna be dead anyway.
yeah, you know what? It's fine. Just cautiously, a little over cautiously, one might note, just gets on and lays flat.
Just lies flat. Alright, so all of you guys get on the boat. We have Narte and Kenny are in their animal forms. Various is at the front with his map, and so in terms, this is DM to players technical speaking. So you're gonna be on the course of this river for a couple of days. It's a slow river and it's a big cave.
Okay.
And you guys are going to make skill checks, one person per day, and you have to use. So I want you to get creative. So like, I don't want you all to just use dexterity. So like, because what will happen is the DC will raise if you. Because you can use dexterity if you want to, but if person A uses dexterity and then person B uses dexterity, the DC for person B will be higher.
What are we making skill checks for?
For traversing
Just traversing?
the
Okay.
the cave.
Okay.
Okay.
Since I
Gotcha.
have a high dex, so can I like call dibs? The only one that's like a harder one. So,
Intergalactic Dibs Protocol.
yeah, if it's useful, I will do a thing. Because all I have is my dexterity to my name and shiny hands. That's all I got. So let's use them. I can use survival, since Luna's probably actually like traversed the river before.
Okay. Let's
I
get.
think everyone here can assume that they have guidance while they're rolling because Lena would be giving that.
Oh yeah, that one's.
I got dark vision I can offer.
Yeah, you could do a perception.
Yeah, you could do a perception. You
Out
can
of
do
curiosity,
you can do in athletics.
Mm-hmm.
You want to help steer the boat.
Yeah, to steer
Yeah,
the boat.
just get creative.
Yeah. All right. So.
I got a dumb idea that I want.
Yeah. Let's start with Ellie.
All right. So this is what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to use animal handling and see if I can talk to any of the bats or animals or fish that's in the vicinity.
Okay. So there are fish in the river.
And I mean I can technically talk to animals in a lesser degree. So I will I'll get like a couple of like good berries in hand and try to coax some animals, some fish towards me and try to see if I can try to figure out what's the best way to get out of here.
Okay. So you're using good berries. All right. So the DC is lower. Make your animal handling check.
I'm so excited. Don't get to roll animal handling at all in D&D. That's hey. And I rolled with guidance. That's a 22.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, definitely coax the fish. So there are these sort of, it looks like kind of like a catfish, and it's just sort of swimming along with you guys, kind of curious as to what it is. And you lower the good berry, and good berries are like the size of like an orange. And you sort of lower it in the water. He takes a nibble, enjoys it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like breaking off pieces if it's like that big.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the size of a child's fist. And what do you say to it? What do you ask it?
Excuse me, Mr. Fish. Do you know how to get out of the cave?
Oh, blub blub.
Blub 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 blub.
Blub blub. So the fish is pretty excited over this food. And then he thinks, what do you mean out? Do you want to get to the bright place?
Yeah, we want to get to a bright place.
Well, if you keep going... It's so hard to find the right music. If you keep following this current, it will take you to a bright place. But beware, because there are large predators around. Like, he didn't use the exact word predator, but like thing that will eat me.
Right.
And there are a lot of them there.
So there's big things in the water?
Yes. If you keep following this place, you'll come to, the river splits into two. And there are big things that will eat me if I go towards the shallower waters. That's why I stay in this big water.
I put out two hands and I go, which way between the two rivers?
And so like he nibbles your. I don't know if you've ever had a fish nom your hand. It feels really weird, but it noms the right hand.
Okay, so it's saying that the big fish are on the right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we should go left.
Yeah, okay.
To the left, to the left.
To the left. Alright, I say that to the party.
Okay, so you guys come to this part of the, here, I'll bring it up. Okay, so you guys continue down what he was for like another hour or so, and here the cave is open and wide and strangely hot, actually. Here the river bisects. One goes straight and one branches off to the right. And the one that branches to the right leads to shallower, slower waters. Fish are plentiful here, and you can see them dashing away to swim into the forest of water fungi. And you look above you, and there's just this blanket of bats on the ceiling. It's a very high ceiling, like over 100 feet tall, and it is brighter in here. There's a indirect light coming from the outside, so like you look up, you can see there's this like crevice in the ceiling, and it's not like a direct shoot up to the sunlight, but like think of it sort of like it's at an angle, and then so only part of the light's coming through, but it is brighter in here comparative to it being in like almost complete darkness. There's over across the there's a bank, and away like 50 feet from the bank there's another cave opening, and that's where the heat's coming from.
Oh.
And Ellie, you make a perception check with advantage because you know that you're in the right place and you're looking for large creatures. Ciara, this place is familiar to you.
It's not home familiar, right?
I know, right in the middle, but that'll be fine.
Yes, half fish.
21.
21. So you remember, you know what you're looking for. You're looking for basically a large predator, and you look and you see there are 3 giant crocodiles lurking in the waters.
Like actual giant crocodiles or just very large?
Actual giant crocodiles. Very
Yeah,
big.
that's terrifying.
Yeah, actual giant crocodiles. Like, there's one, he's in the muddy part of the bank, chilling out. You didn't see it, like, at first glance, you would just looked right over him. He looked like a log. Ciara, this is the place you got bit. And there are 2 others, sort of gliding around in the shallower waters, and they're, well, one's like currently catching fish, and the other one went onto shore, and you can see glimpses of white, so you're like, ooh, this is their hatchery. This is where they hang out. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean,
What? Let's go
I've been here
past
before.
really quietly.
Is there?
Just stick with the water currents and don't catch their attention.
I could potentially use my druid craft to try to distract them.
That could be a good idea, yeah.
Okay.
Can I make a survival check to see how best to approach the situation if this is something I've been through before?
Yeah. You can use, you can use survival. Yeah.
Alright, let's see. That is just a 14.
14. Okay, so, you know they don't like stuff messing with their eggs.
Oh yeah, want to avoid that at all costs.
Oh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do.
You see the arcane boys have just sort of flattened themselves along the raft, because Ellie was like, look, there's giant crocodiles, and they're like, oh, okay.
No. We are not here.
All right, Ellie, what do you do?
I take my staff, I wipe some of the pollen off of it, and I hold it in my hand, and I like whisper very softly to it in Druidic, and then I blow it,
Okay.
and I think the spell is about 30 feet, and what I am attempting to do is I can make an odor, and what I want to do is I want to make an odor of just like kind of like fresh meat, 30 feet away from us, pretty much like the scent of blood.
Okay. Where are you putting it? In behind you, front of you, side of you? Where are you putting it? Because
Where are the crocodiles?
So, you're on, if you're looking top down, you guys are on screen left. The river goes from bottom to top, and then the crocodiles, they're part of the river that bisects over is to the right, and then further to the right is the beach and the hatchery.
Oh, wait, where are the crocodiles?
To the right.
Oh, they're on the right of us.
They're on the right, yeah, they're on the right.
I would try to put it towards the right, a little bit past them, so they would turn away from us.
Okay, so you want to put it like kind of in the hatchery direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's see. How they're not very smart. This is how they do. Okay. Two of them look up and then start like prowling towards where you put that druid scent. And they're like, you can see them there are fungi there, and they're sort of, you can see like the tops of the fungi kind of like twitching around from them passing through. But the third one is not, he's not falling for it, so he's looking out there and he's eyeing that raft. You see him go in the water and slowly approach.
Can I... Would it actually help at all if Keyanthi used the ball of light to scare all the freaking bats? Or for them
Ooh, I like that.
Can I do call lightning and hit it? Just to make it go away? Like leave us
I'll have an
alone?
octopus familiar if I have to.
I like that.
Let's
It's really one time, but I feel like mine would just unleash chaos accidentally.
Yeah, because Ciara is getting more nervous, she's just like, oh,
I don't want it falls from the same day. Let's put it that way.
yeah, I don't fancy being a chew toy.
She's just like, I don't like this.
So, she summons a familiar. I have... Do I have to cast Find Familiar? I have to, right? Or is it an automatic?
You could have cast Find Familiar beforehand, because I think she would have been using him. So it's up to you to decide if she would
I
have...
think you have to cast it if you want to change its form.
Yeah, she doesn't usually have it with her unless she when she's traveling alone, she's just she has it out. But with a bunch of people in on the raft, she just didn't think it was prudent to have one around, so she's like, oh. So she's casting it so its form is a fish or an octopus. Yeah, just like before.
Okay, yeah, cast Find Familiar.
I need to roll, right?
It takes 1 hour to cast Find Familiar.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it does it require to have material components consumed by breath brazier.
Yeah.
We could try Keyanti's light idea. I kind of like it.
Yeah, go for it.
I can do call lightning?
It has to be directly above you, and you have to be able to see it.
Well, we're in a cave, right?
So I have to say you can't do direct lightning because it doesn't meet the specific parameters required for it.
Alright, I'll just cast Dancing Light with everything here with that.
Yeah.
So no, I don't punch the sky and scare the bats.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, Keyanthi.
You can do it, yeah, if you want to. Go. Do it.
Okay, cool. I will roll to hit that.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Not 20, so I think I hit them.
Okay, yeah, so, you...
Okay, so...
You want to describe it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Go for it.
I'm trying to be creative right now.
Go for it.
You can do it.
First of my life. Yeah, okay, so obviously everyone's low to the raft and the thing is coming. And Keyanthi hates bats, and she's like, maybe this will help. So she just like, kind of holds up her hand and pulls up all the light that she can and just kind of like, shoots a bunch at the blanket of bat just on the ceiling there. Flicks it up there.
Okay, so because you rolled a natural 20, you release this sunbolt that is a explosive in nature, and so it hits the ceiling, and you hit this really big stalagmite, and it comes crashing down into the water. And this crocodile, like, kind of rears back and goes the other way. You guys take a little bit of splash, so you guys are wet now. But
pushes this towards our destination, you're welcome. Yes.
I turn to Keyanthi and I'm like, good job.
Thanks. I just panicked.
Ciara's clinging to the boat for dear life, and she looks like a shaken wet cat.
Yes, basically, yeah. And you guys are just gonna cruise along. Keep going.
Hey.
Okay, so you guys continue down the river for a couple more hours, and it's now nightfall. So you guys,
Would we know?
approximately, you're really gauging it off of how hungry you are. And you guys see this part of there's enough of the riverbank that you can pull the raft off and then set up camp. The arcane boys are very practical, and they just start setting up and like cooking food. And I'll turn it to you guys, whatever you want to do. Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.